Hey guys, Dr. Christy Ennis. Welcome to Follow Me Friday, where motion is lotion. And today we are gently activating our hips and trying to open them too. So everything is nice and gentle, lying down on the ground. Should be a little stronger and a little more open by the time we're done. Starting out on your mat or even on the bed if that feels better for you, you're gonna bring the heels together and the toes open. Let those knees open up, hands down by your side. Tuck your tailbone under if it feels okay. If not, don't worry about it. And then we're lifting right up into that bridge. We're gonna do 15 of these to start. Stop at any time if you need to, of course. Always listen to your body, right? You're supposed to feel better after this. Make sure that as you're lifting, you're only lifting as high as you can without arching any part of the spine, including into that rib cage. And this is a good way to start to activate those glutes, activate those hamstrings, and open up the hips, especially if you have tight hip flexors, which, let's be honest with each other, we pretty much all have tight hip flexors in this day and age, right? You can give a little extra butt squeeze at the top there. And again, if you can't tuck that tailbone, that's okay. Just go in the position that feels comfortable for you. We have 4 more to go here. And then we're gonna change our foot position. If you need a little extra warming up to do, that's when I will use the Derma Edge to kind of get some blood flow going too, and I'll link that for you guys. Last one, good, okay. I'm gonna turn my feet so now they're pointing straight forward and bring them a little bit wider, mat width or about shoulder width if you're on your bed. We're gonna go up into a bridge again, this time obviously legs facing forward. As I come down, I'm gonna bring both knees over to the side. Oh, I just love this. Excuse my noises here. We're gonna get 10 total of these. So as you come down, right now we're switching to that other side, letting both of those knees go. It's okay if that hip pops up a little bit too. Try to kind of match your breathing with this. So I'm gonna inhale as I lift and exhale as I lower. If you want, you can bring your arms out to the side if that's more comfortable for you. Get a little bit more of a stretch kind of in through that side body also, but you don't have to. You can stay right here. We've got 4 more to go. Again, still keeping in mind with that bridge that you're only lifting as high as you can without arching through anything or straining your neck either. 1 more on each side, and we're switching it up. Sometimes I just want to stay here though. And at any time, if you feel like your body does need a little bit more in one spot, totally okay to do that. All right, coming back to the middle, I'm going to straighten one leg out while I keep the other one bent. Squeeze into that quad muscle by pressing that kneecap down, making sure you don't arch your spine, and you're gonna lift that leg up. So we're getting hip flexors and quads here, and we're gonna end this one with a hamstring stretch. So 10 on each side. So that's 4. 5, really try to keep that hamstring nice and tight so that you don't let the knee go. Not good on the knee or the hip. We've got 1 more to go. And then you're gonna keep that leg up. If you need to bend here, now you can. I'm gonna bring my hands behind that thigh, and you're going to just straighten your leg as much as you can while feeling a nice stretch, not a super duper strong pull. And we're holding this for 3 breaths and then switching sides. And 3 nice controlled breaths, not 3 Lamaze breaths here. Right, we're opening and strengthening. 1 more. And I'm gonna bring this leg and bend it, straighten out the other one, same idea. Tighten up that quad by pressing the kneecap down, keep my hands down, lift that leg. Notice I'm not lifting super duper high either, so that I'm really making sure I'm engaging the muscles that I want to. Oops, I just realized I was stressing my shoulders. Don't do that either. I'm really good at showing what not to do. Make sure you're not pushing your belly out either, right? We're gonna use those abs to help a little bit. 3 more and then that same stretch. 1, 2, 3. Bend your knee if you need to get those hands underneath that thigh. And then again, gently straighten that leg out. If you can straighten all the way, great. Don't worry about it if you can't. We're doing that 3-breath thing again. Just make sure you don't tilt your pelvis back to help you stretch. Looks like you got more stretch, but it's really just cheating. Good, okay. Bringing that down, I'm gonna flip onto my side. Straighten those legs out. Roll the weight all the way forward on your hip. As you look down, you should see your feet and your toes, but not much of your leg. If you do, then you're too far forward. You can bend the bottom knee if it's comfortable for you. And I'm going to turn my foot down, and we're lifting for 15 here, and we'll get a little stretch at the end of this one too. So working that side butt, opening up that inner thigh a little bit as well. There's 4. Foot turned down so we really get into that side. 7, try to leave a little space in between your torso and the mat also. I always say don't smush your cupcake because cupcakes are awesome, and who would want to lose that? 3 more. 2 and 3. Okay, I'm going to straighten the bottom leg back out, bend this top knee, and now I'm just extending this hip backwards. It's okay to roll a little, but really do try to stay mostly on your side, stretching out the front part of that leg. If it bothers your back at all, bring that opposite leg or that bottom leg up a little bit more towards your chest, and you'll protect that back a little bit more. If you've got the flexibility, you can grab onto your ankle or your leg, or even use a strap to help you pull that back a little bit more. Again, you don't need to either. And I'm gonna switch sides. Same idea. All right, so get yourself set up in that good position. Try not to press down. Turn that foot down. Aim towards that back heel, and we're lifting for 15. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 5 more, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and feel that burn. I'm bending this bottom knee actually. It feels a little bit more comfortable. I know I kept it straight on the other side. You guys play around with what feels better for you. And again, just kind of breathe here. You can extend as much as you comfortably can to stretch out the front of that leg. And then we have 1 more set of exercises to go. So we're gonna go right onto our hands and knees from here. Again, you can still do all of these in the bed. Shoulders stacked over those wrists. Bring those knees apart a little bit, probably shoulder width. From here, we're gonna take one leg and we're bringing it out to the side with a bent knee. We're gonna get 10 here and then go into a child's pose and then do the same on that other side. As you're doing this, be careful that you're not shifting and tilting, right? We wanna really engage actually both sides with this one and those abs too. Try to make sure that you are pressing as evenly as you can in between each hand too. Sometimes I have a really tough time with that one. 2 more to go. This one's called the fire hydrant for pretty obvious reasons, I think. All right, you're gonna press it back into that child's pose. Again, you can play around with this and bring those knees a little wider if you want a little bit more opening in through those hips. And then coming back up onto those hands. Bring those feet back where they were, and we're getting that opposite side. So same thing, make sure you're not shifting over into that side or arching through the spine either. And I noticed my head was kind of tucked down looking at what my leg does. That's kind of a natural thing to do, but try to keep your leg in as neutral of a position as you can. Gently squeezing into those shoulder blades helps too. 2 more, and then ending in that child's pose, and then you have done it. Yay, I'm gonna bring my knees wide again with my feet together. Breathing here. And I'm gonna link another hip and ab workout for you that's of a similar nature if you wanna take a look at that. Awesome. Now you can go about the rest of your day.